What's going on, guys? I'm here. It's been a little while. Uh, yeah. So I'm just, how this goes. I do this every time. I have to make sure things are right. I like that on YouTube, the quality is like not as bad as when I look into the Google Hangout. It's like super fuzzy on the Google Hangout. I don't know anything about all this junk. I'm like playing with my light because I never know what to do with my light. So we're gonna do that and see if this works. I'm still playing with it. But hello. So a blatant ripoff. Matt, this light doesn't stay. I need like a good pro light. I feel I need a good camera. That's what I really need. But this'll have to do. Look, I'm sorry. I'm gonna stop touching it. That seems like the best thing I can do. So I've got the chat open, so you can chat with me. I'm not gonna be like too long. I have stuff I need to get done. This light is killing me. It like doesn't stay in the position, so you'll see that the light's just like it's literally just falling over, and it's just like I'm getting darker and darker. I don't think it really matters. So, as you can see from the name, I thought I'd do something different because I always just do hauls. This is kind of a haul, but I'm going to talk about what I've been reading, from books to graphic novels to my poll, because I think I've showed my poll video. Like, I think I've showed a couple comics that I pulled in a haul video a couple months ago, but I've never like done a pull video like for a long time, like a year or two. So I thought I'd show that. And of course, I'm a kind of guy, especially with school on the go. Well, school getting started. Especially like we're still on strike. My university's still on strike. So shout out to the union, supporting them heavy. I've been doing some picketing with them. But yeah, so I thought I'd show you what I've been reading to kind of pass the time other than school stuff. So I thought I'd start with the books first because obviously there's a whole bunch of comics and stuff. So I've been reading The Wretched of the Earth, France Fanon. I'm not that far into it. Like, I'm only that far into it. This is like super, super heavy. It's all about like colonialism and how to effectively combat colonialism. I'm going to play with the light again because that is just terrible, terrible. Whoa, terrible light. So maybe more, something like that. There we go. That works. It's like weird watching it on the other thing. Sean, what is up? It's been so long. It's been so long. I was just saying I'm gonna show off what I've been reading. No hauls. I've been looking for I've been messing with this light, there. But yeah, no hauls. My contract was up at York, so I've been laying low on back issue stuff. Just simply because I don't want to spend the oh, nice. Hopefully people watch now or later because I'm not gonna be on that long. But yeah, I've been looking for other jobs and stuff. I've been like doing interviews with the city and everything, some nonprofits, do that kind of stuff. But anyway, I was talking about this. So I'm reading The Wretched of the Earth, France Fanon. This is Frantz Fanon is like a very famous black thinker. Malcolm X and the Black Panthers were like heavily influenced by him. his degree was in psychology, I believe, but he kind of like transcended that. So he was more of a sociologist. Sean, we're hoping this year I'm gonna get home sometime because I'm missing I'm missing DTC, and I want to check out Time Masters and all those back issues, because the back issue shopping I enjoy way more thoroughly in Newfoundland than I do here. Although I did find a little honey hole downtown that I was telling my boy DeCosta, and DeCosta was like, you don't know, I used to go there when I was little. But it's like Silver and Bronze Age Marvel and DC and like everything, and it starts at $5. I got to go down there because I saw they had Swamp Thing #9, that like really iconic Bernie Wrightson cover. They had it for $10, so I need to go pick that up. When I was looking in there, I didn't have any money on me, so yeah, I got to go get that. But yeah, so I've been reading Frantz Fanon, Wretched of the Earth. Super dense, so I do it in chunks. Basically, like I said, really famous black thinker, Malcolm X, the Black Panthers based their thinking off this. And basically what he was so serious about fighting colonialism that even though he had a PhD and was like a very prominent member of society and a speaker at universities, he basically went to Africa and like joined a militia army to like actually physically fight colonialism. And it's an amazing book. Another book I've been picking at is Jeff Vandermeer, Born. I didn't realize that. Sorry about this terrible lighting. I didn't realize that this was the guy that wrote Annihilation, like that movie that came out is based on. I'm only like a chapter into this. A friend of mine was reading it, told me about it, and yeah, I was sold when he told me it was like about this dystopian. Frantz Fanon is after Frederick Douglass. Frantz Fanon was like 50s. Basically, he was like a little earlier than like Martin Luther and Malcolm. But yeah, so I mean, if you haven't heard of this book, it's really shiny. That's why it's glaring. It's sweet so far. It's like dystopian, like this rundown city, and there's like this giant like 30-story bear that just like flies, and he just like hovers and causes shit, and it's like, yeah, it's just crazy. Read it. And that's all the books. Now we can get into like the comic stuff. So I'm on issue 10 right now of Omega the Unknown. I'm loving this. I'm going to try to track down the singles. One of my favorite Marvel comics, I think. I'm really, really enjoying this. Just kind of awesome character. Written by Steve Gerber, I believe was the original writer. But yeah, it's just like really fun. And I'm usually not a huge fan of. I appreciate like Silver Age Marvel stuff, but I mean, I always say let's be realistic. Like Stan Lee was not a great writer. Like, you know, stuff was just written differently. But this is like, I think, really ahead of its time. Like it really reminds me like something I would read on an independent, or like it's just like. I want to say it without turning people off, but it's like very highbrow. Like it's really like a thinking man's superhero, and I really enjoy that. That it's got some complexity to it, and it's just not this like one-dimensional story. But yeah, I've been loving that. Picked this up. I don't know if I showed this off or not, but I haven't started yet. When I'm done that, I will be starting this. That is Shadow Man Volume 3. I eat Valiant up like crazy. I collect it in trade. I have like a whole shelf of just Valiant. So I read issue number 1 and 2. This is from like the 2015 run, I think. Oh, 2013. So yeah, I'm excited to sink my teeth into that. So now I'll show you what's been on my pull. I actually just got back from picking up my pull for the last like forever, for like a month or something. So yeah, I thought maybe you guys like to see what I've been reading. So we'll start with like independent stuff first. So I picked up the Retro Mastered Edition of the Tremendous Trump. How could I pass up? I know the glare. No one's complaining about it except for me, but the glare is pretty. There we go. Yeah, Tremendous Trump. How can I not give up this comic? I read it. It was hilarious. Just making fun of Donald Trump. I enjoy it. I see that they're putting out a cover mimicking She-Hulk. I need that in my life, so I'm going to order that. But yeah, I really enjoyed this. I thought it was funny. It was just like a little laugh. Hello, Count Von Strange. Hello. What else have I been reading? I've been reading, as always, Grimm Fairy Tales of Terror, just a horror anthology book. I've been loving this. So I picked up issue 12, issue 13. I've read issue 12. Great House of Wax type story. Yeah, and I love the cover. I love these kind of throwback to that Bronze Age horror. Yeah, how can you go wrong with that? Image stuff. So I haven't read this yet, but Saga, I'm reading Saga, of course. I can't believe anyone that doesn't read Saga. I love this cover as well. An amazing cover. This one I have read, Sex Criminals. This is issue 22. Sex Criminals was on my drop list 2 months ago. Whoa, all my stuff just fell. That's all right. Yeah, this was on my drop list like 2 months ago. Just because I was going to read it in trade. My wife enjoys it, and she doesn't really like single issues. She prefers to read in trade. But then when they got off their break and I read the issue before this, I was dying. I was like, it's too good. I have to keep supporting it in singles. And the last one I picked up, I'm really excited to dig into this. I think it's sold fairly well because I saw people were looking for it online. Is Infidel from Image. I was really excited. I like the concept. From what I understand, it's basically like a haunted house story that like a Muslim family moves into, but the house is like Islamophobic. So I thought that was like a really cool concept, and that sorry for the glare. That art is saying something. DC. So I'll do like the DC kind of one shot things. Like I said, I apologize for the glare. There's not much I can do. Swamp Thing Winter Special. I've read that. Loved it. I teared up when I read it. I don't know about anybody else, but I thought it was pretty sad. The one shot of Swamp Thing and Cave Carson, Cybernetic Eye. I got it because it was Swamp Thing. I haven't been following Melkor, so I had no idea what was going on. But it was a weird comic, and it was very cool. Yeah, Count. I definitely. It looks awesome. I haven't even looked inside of it yet, so I'm excited to see what the art's like on that. I find Image is always hit or miss, and then also issue number 3 of Doomsday Clock. That's been all right. I enjoyed the first issue. I've been enjoying it as it goes. That's really all I have to say about it. I don't have much to say tonight. So Action Comics, I am behind on this. So I picked up issues 997, 998, and 999. So for the 1000s, I ordered the book, the special edition like hardcover book, as well as the Dan Jurgens cover. My favorite covers are the old Dan Jurgen covers. So I was really excited. And I'll probably grab a 60s variant off the shelf as well. And then Superman is on my list as well, 41 and 42. Love that Bizarro cover. What's everyone feeling about that? About Bendis coming on Superman. I'm interested to see how it goes. I was very depressed because I love Jessica Jones. I've been loving Jessica Jones this series, and he left, so he's not doing it. I think they announced they're going to continue. A new team's going to take it over, but I feel it'll be weird without Bendis writing it. So I don't know. Then, of course, my Green Lanterns. So issue 41. I have read this issue. It's been an all right story arc. It's like about like a Tinder app for superheroes, but someone's using it to kidnap basically unknown superheroes. Issue 42. And I'm reading Hal Jordan, the Green Lanterns as well. So issue 38. I've read that issue. And then we have issue 39 and issue 40. I haven't read either of those. I like both of those books. I like Green Lanterns better than I like Hal Jordan Green Lanterns. The only reason I really like Hal Jordan Green Lantern as well is because it's got my boy Guy Gardner in it. So I'm always rooting for Guy. Okay, Marvel. So let's do this. So pick this up in my poll. I don't read Avengers, but I cannot say no to an amazing Hulk cover. And from my understanding, this is the issue that we're getting Bruce Banner back. So Avengers 684. So I'm excited to read that. I'm excited to have Bruce back. Unlike most people, I have enjoyed Amadeus as Hulk. I like the book more now than I did at the beginning. Like when we got into the silly stuff with Jeremy Lin was kind of silly. I mean, I kind of got it. It was towards a younger audience, but I like what they've been doing with him lately. I like how he's kind of dealing with Hulk and the mental issues that Hulk brings. So I've really been enjoying that. What are you saying, Sean? So, yeah, well, I mean, Secret Invasion is amazing. So, like, I like Bendis. I do like his stuff. I enjoyed the Guardians of the Galaxy run when he came on Guardians of the Galaxy forever ago. Like, I enjoyed those books. I'm just very interested to see what he does at DC and how it goes. So, it'll be interesting to see. Issue 698, I'm reading Captain America. Funny story is I picked this issue up, dropped it. On my way home, they announced the news that Coates is picking up at issue 700. I hate this run. Wade is... I appreciate Wade for what he's done in the past, but in my opinion, this book is proof that Wade is old. He is an old, cranky white guy. And, like, I was really turned off the first issue he did where he gave this big spiel, kind of digging in the Nick Spencer, saying, like, his Captain America were, like, one-shot stories where Cap just punched people in the face. And, I mean, it's a good throwback. They're a good read if you want that throwback to old Cap. But I just don't. I wasn't feeling like the villain of the week story. I mean, I don't think anyone's written Captain America as much as I've liked as Remender did. That was my favorite recent Cap run, just because I was so dark and it wasn't anything I'd ever read from Captain America. So I loved it. That one I always talk about in my videos, like Remender's whole idea of like Cap being so beaten that he like basically is like contemplating suicide and finds out about his son and all that kind of stuff. Like I loved that run, but I've hated this run. Heard Coates is on it though. Pow. I have added it back on my list. I do love this cover though. So issue 999, excited for 700. Excited. So the Incredible Hulk 713. I don't know if this is the finish of the Planet Hulk 2 story or not, but I've been enjoying it. It's been a fun little story. Falcon actually didn't make the cut. This is my last issue of it, issue number 5. I don't know if I'm gonna. I think it got canceled or it's getting canceled. If that's the case, I'll pick up the last couple issues. But I needed to make some room, and I love Falcon. I like they've got Brother Voodoo in this book and everything, like some characters, Blackheart, that don't normally get used, but I just need to make some room, save some money, and I don't really collect Falcon. And then Luke Cage, issue 170. I think this is the last issue. If not, there's one more issue, but I think this is the last issue. Yeah, Engelhart Cap is on point as well. Yeah, I was sad to see this go, but to be honest, it wasn't very good. But I do love Luke Cage, so hopefully we get him somewhere. Because the Defenders was garbage too. And I only have 2 more books to show. So issue 163 of She-Hulk. They've announced this has been canceled. I am crying. I've been loving this. I've been loving this series. I love She-Hulk, one of my favorite characters. Yeah, I was sad that more people didn't get into it. I thought it dealt with mental health issues pretty well. I know some people didn't like how long the storyline was kind of running, but I prefer longer storylines anyway. So it was as someone that's a fan of like Hickman, I appreciated this. Oh, look who it is. Oh, yeah, man, that's my boy, Diversity in Comics. Someday I'm gonna talk to him and we're gonna hug and we're gonna like kiss and things. But I'm sure he yelled about this because I don't know, his fragility or something. And then last but not least, Jessica Jones. And I believe this is the last Bendis issue. Or there's one more maybe. I think this is the last one though. Tear. I'm glad this is the last one I have to show, because definitely Tear. I love Jessica Jones. I love everything about this book. I love the artwork. I mean, who wouldn't love the artwork? I love the dynamic of Jessica Jones and Luke Cage's relationship. I love their kid. I literally love everything. It's very erotic. Unky Claw, it's very erotic. But yeah, I did finish Jessica Jones season 2. I enjoyed it. I think my wife was getting upset because I was like yelling at the TV in the last episode. But yeah, volume 1 is like a must-have. Volume 1 is a must-read. But yeah, I was like yelling at the TV screen because at the end of the show, she had this love interest that was like a superintendent, and I was pissed. I'm like, get this guy the fuck out of here. We need Luke Cage in her life. I need some marriage going on. But it hasn't happened yet. So Marvel, Netflix, get on it. because I need that. And that's it. That's it. I said it wasn't going to be a long video. I am glad that everyone jumped in. I'm always glad to see Sean and Michael and Count jumped in. You know what? At the we'll do this. Spoiler alert. Stop watching if you don't want spoilers. Cover your ears. But yeah, they like gave her this like the same chemical that they used to make Nuke in the first one. She got a hold of. So they hinted at the end, they gave a wink that she may have like some sort of superpower. She definitely has like agility. And that's, yeah, they tease that at the very end. So hopefully they do that, because they basically made her like almost a villain the entire season and an asshole. So she was very unlikable. I was not into it. But yeah, that's about it. I can't like hang around. I wish I could hang around because I have schoolwork I have to do. And I also need to cook some supper. But I've actually never read the old Defenders from the 70s. It's on my list, but I've never read it. But yeah, so that's all I have. And thank you very much, as always, for tuning in. I'm hoping I will get to our plan is to get to Newfoundland this year. Yeah, and I'm hoping next month I'm gonna do probably a big back issue search, so I'll have some books to show. And I'm planning this summer to perhaps go visit the boy DaCosta, because I need to get to the warehouse in Kitchener, and I need a date. So I've already told John that I need that escort. I need that VIP service. I don't know, like, make it a party. So yeah, I'm going to get going. Thank you for tuning in. I know it wasn't that long, but I'll be back. You know, comment. If you're watching this later, I'll say hello. I'll comment back. Like, subscribe, share, all that noise. Just say hello, really. That's all that's important. All right, fellas. So I will see you later.